and welcome to my channel. I hope you're all having a wonderful day. So today we are building a kind of bigger family home. I decided to call it Perfect Family Home, but not because I think the house is necessarily perfect, because it isn't, but more like it's for, a small kind of perfect family. It's like the perfect sized family. They got 3 kids, they have 2 dogs or 1 dog, so it's just like this little family that lives in their own little bubble, and it's just like perfect, you know what I mean? So that is what we're doing today. It is for 2 parents, 1 teen, 1 kid, and 1 toddler, and like I said, they got room for either 1 or 2 dogs. You could also put in a litter box for a cat, and there'd be room for a cat too, but I forgot to do that, so right now it's just for 2 dogs or 1 dog, depending on what you want. So yeah, that is what we're doing, and it is built in Willow Creek, and it is built on my favorite 40 by 30. I built on this lot quite a lot. It's got like a lot of trees in the background, and I really like that for thumbnails and also just like video background and also just like atmosphere. So it is probably my favorite lot, I would say, and I do tend to build on this one quite a lot when I build 40 by 30s. So yeah, this was supposed to go up yesterday, but it just took me way too long to build and furnish and edit and everything, so it's a little bit late. It's Sunday now, but I am doing the voiceover on Saturday. I am currently home alone. It is like 20 to 12 at night, and I have been postponing doing this voiceover just a little bit tonight. I knew that it wasn't gonna end up on the channel tonight anyways, but I feel a little bit uneasy doing voiceovers when I'm home alone at night because I can't hear the door while I got my headphones on, and it makes me a little bit nervous. But I also had to postpone it because people are firing off fireworks outside like crazy because it's Guy Fawkes night, or whatever that's called, bonfire night, on Monday, and since people are going to work and school and all that, they don't stay up late Monday, so that they decide to fire off fireworks during the weekend instead. It's kind of stupid in my opinion. I also don't really like fireworks. I like looking at them from afar, but I don't like listening to them. So it's just that was a little bit inconvenient for me, at least, and there had been quite a lot of it earlier today, so that was a little bit annoying. But hopefully all the pets in the EV area are okay. I remember from having my own dog that she was terrified of fireworks, so I really feel, every time I listen to it, I feel really sorry, because I just remember her like crawling around in the house being all scared and stuff, even though she couldn't see it, she could just hear like the bangs and stuff. So every time I hear fireworks, I remember that, and I'm just like, oh, there's a dog living next to us, there's a dog like 2 houses away from us, there's one down the corner as well. Like, I just feel sorry, so I hope they're doing okay. But like I said, we are building a family home. Now I feel like this is more like a traditional kind of family home, I would say. It has sort of like farmhouse vibes with the porch at the front, but it's more like a traditional kind of home. I also made it a lot more simple than I would usually make my builds, so it's got less details on it as well. It is still pricey as heck. Like, it's like 270,000 simoleons or something like that, so don't underestimate the price of the house. I feel like it looks a little bit more simple than I usually do my builds, though. It's a little less like cluttered on the outside. Does that make any sense? Like, I put less stuff on the build itself, so yeah, I just wanted to go for a different kind of vibe for a change, a little bit more of a simpler vibe, also because I feel like traditionals are a little bit less like, they don't have the craftsman detail, for example, at least not the one that I looked at. It was inspired by a picture that I saw on Pinterest, and I kept it quite close to the original because I just didn't want to add too much on it. Like I said, I wanted to stay a little bit, or to keep it a little bit more simple than I usually do my builds, so it does look very close to the original. However, I only saw the picture of like the build in the picture. It was a drawing, actually. I only saw it from one side or one angle, so I don't know what the back looked like. So I had to come up with something myself. It looks okay. I did try something new just to try something new. Hope you guys like it when we get there, but it'll take a while because this is quite a long video, and I'm sorry for that as well. I did cut out quite a lot. It's because the front here, the facade, it just because I'm so used to just putting a lot of stuff on my houses, once I stopped doing that, the house just looks so plain. So I was trying to like play around with colors and contrasts and it wasn't working out, and in the end I decided to go for this kind of like brown, white, and a little bit of red color scheme. But I was trying with like gray and yellow white, I was trying with yellow, green, and white and gray, I was trying with yellow and white. I was trying a lot of different things, and I also tried with the darker brown for the white instead of the one that we're going with right now, but it just didn't look good. But you guys know I like brown on my builds. I like warmer browns, so we ended up going with that for this house. I do kind of like it. It's a little bit different from what I've built lately, in my opinion at least, but like sometimes you can be a little bit blind to that. Also, before we get too into the video, I do want to give a little bit of a heads up in case you're still watching, but there will be a pretty cool video going up from Sims Camp on, is it Tuesday? I think it's Tuesday, yeah, so keep an eye out for that, because there was some stuff that we weren't allowed to share with you guys yet, but we're allowed to share it on Tuesday, so you guys should be super excited for that. It's pretty cool and I'm looking forward to sharing it with you. So yeah, also looking forward to Get Famous so freaking much. Like I said in my last speed build, I'm in that phase where I just don't fully know what to build right now. I don't want to run out of ideas and stuff for starters, because I just want to go crazy once we get famous, and everything that I sort of want to build right now, everything that's on my to-do list, I just keep imagining like using terrain manipulation for it, so I don't fully know what to build these days. I do have 2 houses going up next week, hopefully, if I get time to edit them today for you guys Sunday. So hopefully I'll have time to do the voiceover Monday, and crossing my fingers for that because my mom is coming to visit Tuesday, so I will only have Monday to fix that. So yeah, cross my fingers, but hopefully they'll be up. But other than that, I don't really know what to do for next week. Maybe I'll finish that big 40x40 that I just didn't have time to finish for this weekend, and that'll be up next week. But I'm not entirely sure that I got time for that, so we'll have to wait and see. Maybe there'll be another Saturday without upload, but because I do like to upload on Saturdays, I just feel like it's nice to have that one day where you guys know that there'll be a bigger speed build up on the channel, which is usually my Saturday. So I'm hoping that I got time to do that, but in case I don't, I will 100% make up for it once Get Famous comes out. I can sort of sense that I'll get completely lost in the terrain manipulation and also the new build and buy stuff that we get. Like, I'll just close, how do you say that? I'll end up in my own little build bubble here, so look forward to a lot of builds from me once Get Famous comes out. I'm so freaking excited. New stuff is always exciting, but I'm especially excited about terrain manipulation. And also some of the new stuff, because it's so different from anything else we've gotten so far, or at least it's nice to have a furniture style that fits with Vintage Glamour Stuff Pack, because I feel like Vintage Glamour Stuff Packs is sort of its own right now. It's like, it's a little bit on its own, and also Bowling Stuff Pack. So I'm super excited to play around with that furniture, but I'm also so freaking excited to see everyone else, what they can do with all the props, all the set items that we're getting, because people are so creative in this community, so I'm looking forward to that so much, but mainly looking forward to terrain manipulations. Let's be honest, who's not excited for terrain manipulations? So that's gonna be freaking good. But anyways, so another reason that this video ended up being quite long is that even though the house is simple, or at least on the simpler side of, I just feel like it's a little bit more simple than what I usually do. I don't know. Anyways, it was because I had no idea what to do with the landscaping at the front of the house, because I wanted to do it sort of simple. I wanted there to be grass, like you could see grass, but at the same time I just did not know what to do at all. Like, I felt myself kind of like I was on my way to overdoing it a little bit, like compared to what I wanted it to look like, and I may have done that on the right side of the front yard, but I feel like the left one kind of went okay. I do put in a pond here because it was a little bit too empty for my liking. You guys know I like to go a little bit crazy when it comes to landscaping, and I know it's not necessarily everyone's cup of tea, so that's why I also try to tone it down just a little bit for this one, at least at the front. I can't say the same for the back. Sorry about that. I went a little bit crazy, it's fine. But the house just, I don't know, it needed flowers, but it needed a little bit more of a toned down version of the landscaping that I usually do. So I feel like it's a little bit more toned down, but still not bare. So hopefully that makes sense, but it just took me a long time to figure out like, what did I want to do? What did I want the pathway up to the house to look like? Because I just had no idea. Like I was just looking at the house like, nothing, like it didn't really, usually I have an idea of what I want the landscaping to look like once I look at the house, but I just got nothing. So that was a little bit of a struggle for me, but it turned out fine. I feel like it looks okay. I mean, it's not the most detailed, but then again, I didn't want to overdo it, so that's probably why it's not the most detailed. Next build is probably gonna be completely over detailed, but I have to compensate for it, even though actually the next two builds are quite small. Do remember that I've already recorded them, so when I say the next build is going to be very detailed, that won't be it. Hopefully the house after that will be very detailed, because I am gonna overcompensate because I need to put stuff on my house. So yeah, but I do like this front yard. It's a little bit more realistic in my opinion, so hopefully you guys like it too, even though it's a little bit different from what I usually do. At least it looks like it to me. I'm not entirely sure, to be honest. Also, before I forget to say, because we actually already got past it, but at the front down the stairs there were these two flower, what do you call them? The squares with the bushes in them in front of the stairs, or like on each side of the stairs. I don't, like at the bottom of the stairs. I don't know what they're called, but it's something I saw Simlessly do in one of her builds, so I thought it looked super cute and I felt like it would fit this house, the traditional vibes, so that's why I put them in. Just thought I would give credit where it's due before I completely forget. We got past it way too quickly, but yeah, we started the interior now. So for the interior, when I started, I was sure that I was gonna use so many items from base game. I'm not entirely sure that I actually ended up using a lot of stuff from base game. I think most of the kitchen is. I also think most of the dining room is, but the living room and also the hobby room, actually maybe the hobby room as well. I don't know, because the base game stuff is very traditional to me, so I thought that would fit the house, but at the same time I also thought that I was gonna go for this like white and warm brown kind of color scheme to go with the exterior, but I actually end up changing it to a little bit of a softer kind of color scheme. So you'll see the kitchen here right now is very warm brown and black and sort of red as well. I end up changing it to a color scheme that fits the wall, which I'm putting down right here. So I choose these like a little bit of a lighter brown, as you can see right here. I actually really like those counters. I hated them at some point because they're base game, but I kind of like them now, I'm not gonna lie. And also I put in some curtains that that match the pink on that wallpaper as well. I believe the wallpaper is from Parenthood and so are the curtains, so I'm pretty sure that's not a coincidence that those would match, just saying. And also I think, yes, Parenthood bar stools as well. And yeah, so we end up using like a fair bit from Parenthood. It's fine. So in here, we haven't gone to it yet, but I wanted the dining room to be in this little conservatory kind of room, like this little sunroom, would you call it that, with the windows possibly. And we're using mainly base game things in here, so both the dining table and also the chairs. I know right now there's no toddler chair or high chair, but I do go back and change one later on, or actually, did I do that in the video? I'm not entirely sure. It's changed though, so don't freak out about that. There will be a toddler chair for your toddler if you do decide to download this house and play in it, so don't worry about that. And it also matches the other chairs, which I thought was pretty cool because I'm using the base game toddler chair for the wooden toddler chair base game with the, you'll see that later on, maybe, or in the screenshot, anyways. Because I was like, base game toddler chair, we only got base game toddler chairs, like high chairs. we only got them in the base game, so what am I talking about? But yeah, in here also put down a bar just because I had a little bit of an empty corner over there, and I thought either a bar would fit that area or I would put it in a bookcase. So I decided to go with a bar because I feel like it fits the whole kitchen a little bit better maybe. So, and also of course cluttered up a little bit with a lot of stuff from Parenthood. I love that kitchen clutter from Parenthood. I don't know what I'd do without it at this point. So yes, very happy we got that with Parenthood. Back when we got Parenthood, was it last year? I think it was last year, like May last year, something like that. So in here we are actually mainly using stuff from Cats and, well, not mainly. We're using couches from Cats and Dogs and a side table plus a coffee table from Jungle Adventure. These are probably my favorite bookcases because I just like that they're kind of they're thin, so they don't take up a lot of space, but you can still like, they look good next to each other basically. If you just clip them a little bit, like put them on top of each other just a little bit, I feel like they look very good. They would fit a library really well. Also, these ones that you get from Get to Work as well look really good next to each other as well. So I use them at some other point, I think. But I do like those base game ones quite a lot. I use them quite a lot as well. And by the way, if you are wondering, because once you go into build and buy and you haven't played with your family, they'll most likely, if you at least go through like live mode and then go into build and buy like I do when I build, rather than going directly into build and buy through the world map. Does that make any sense? I hope it does, because I don't know how else to explain it. So you'll probably see that the bookcases are actually locked because you need like some kind of achievement or something. Maybe it's like you need to get to a certain point in a career or something to get them. What you do is you activate your cheat menu, so that is Control Shift and C, and then you write in bb dot, and this is the very long cheat, bb dot ignore gameplay unlocks entitlement in one word, and you just press enter, and then you will have unlocked everything that you would otherwise need to unlock through careers or aspirations, I guess, as well. I'm not entirely sure about that one. I think it's mainly career basically. So yes, just in case you didn't know about that one, it's like a very long cheat. It took me a while before I remembered it like in my head. It took me quite a while. Also, I did skip the hobby room, and also there is another kind of hallway couch area situation as well that I also skipped, and that's about it. Maybe some bathrooms as per usual, but that's about it. I think maybe the hallways on the second floor as well. Not entirely sure about that one. I just cut it out of the footage because it was a little bit of a long video and I don't want it to be like 35 minutes. So there you go. But if you are curious to see what those look like, there will be pictures shown of those rooms at the end of the video, of course, because I include everything in my screenshots. I will actually try to, from now on, add more screenshots or possibly drag the screenshots out a little bit so you won't just get like 2 seconds for each screenshot, because I know that I kind of tend to rush through them a little bit. So I just thought I would point that out because I have gotten a few comments on it. So yes, I will try my best to not like go through it like bam basically. But up here we got the parents' bedroom, and I really liked how this color scheme in this room turned out at the end. I do end up changing the wallpaper to a green one, which I'm actually really liking these days. I don't know, because I used to like hate green for interior, and these days I'm just all about the green. What is up with that? Like, I used to hate it. I'm not kidding, hate it. But these days I'm using it quite a lot. I don't know what's happened to me. It's fine. We'll get over it at some point. But I do end up changing the wallpapers to a nice green one, which I think is from base game as well. And also I put down a rug from Cats and Dogs that actually the color matches the pillows. I did not know that was a thing until I saw it, and I was like, wait, this is fancy. Let's go with this one. So pretty excited about that. I don't know, matching rugs and pillows, super exciting stuff. But you can probably tell that I don't go out much anyways. So for the kids room that we're starting now, I think I mainly go for brown and also blue. I do end up changing the wallpaper to a more was it like a sort of like blue-green kind of color? I used the Parenthood wallpaper. I use that quite a lot, to be honest. Let's be honest. It's one of my favorites, probably. The one with the stripe in the middle, big fan. Also, just like the kitchen one, I use that a lot too. I don't know. I need new wallpapers, or I need to force myself to use more of the base game ones, basically. But we're mainly going for blue and brown for this room. I don't know what kind of kid lives in here, other than the fact that they freaking love Dalmatians. That was a theme throughout this room. Like, I wanted them to have a Dalmatian figure model kind of thing on their desk, and I also wanted the plushie to be a Dalmatian. I wanted the lamp to be a Dalmatian as well, and I wanted to make sure that they had dog pictures on the wall as well. So that kid just really loves Dalmatians. I actually, I hope that I'm gonna make myself look like an idiot for a second, but I used to think that Dalmatian was actually pronounced Dalmatian for quite a long time. English is not my first language, obviously, but I kept saying Dalmatian, and my boyfriend was just continuously laughing at me until he one day was like, you know, it's called Dalmatian. I was like, I'm gonna kill you. But anyways, I don't know, just thought I'd share that because every time I think about Dalmatian now, I'm like, oh yeah, I used to call it Dalmatian. I'm such an idiot. But in here we got the toddler room. I made sure that they had room for twins, even though I kind of forgot that I made it a twin room. Well, there you go. Surprise toddler twins for you guys. You can just remove one of the beds if you don't want it. Put in some more toys or something like that. I just think toddler twin rooms are freaking cute. And for that one, we went with more of a yellow and also orange color schemes. So hope you guys like that one. And the last bedroom that we're doing is the teens room. I think this is more of a mature teen, I would say. I also went for a little bit of like a crazy color scheme in here as far as I remember. We'll have to wait and see until the end because I don't fully remember. But I felt like it was a little bit crazier when I was doing it, at least. Yes, we're going for purple because I freaking love purple. So this is a very creative teen. They love to play music. They have their own keyboard. They have like 3 different guitars as well. She has bookcases. Yes, it's a she. Deal with it. I love making teen girls rooms. Anyways, so she's just I feel like she's a very creative teen. She also has her own computer because otherwise they would only have one computer in the whole house. So I thought if any of the bedrooms needed a computer, it would be the teens room. But I think I started out making it purple and then I thought that's a little bit too much. So I made it white again. It's pretty cool. I love the one from City Living, that computer. I use it way too much, but it has these like, it has a red swatch as well as a gold swatch. It has a purple swatch. That was the one I chose to use at the start, but that was like a little bit too much. But I do love that computer quite a lot. And other than that, I was just decorating this room a little bit more and also just going a little bit crazy with the colors. This is a very creative kid or very creative teen, and she just loves colors apparently, so we're going a little bit crazy with the colors. I think she has 2 mirrors as well, which I usually wouldn't do with a bedroom. Actually, I think the parents do as well, but I swear usually I only put 1 mirror in a room. I don't know, because it's probably not that important, but when I put down the second mirror, I was like, she has a mirror already. Is she vain or whatever? But it's fine. She just has 2 mirrors. It's cool. And I think she also got her own bathroom, to be honest. And I think the toddler and the kid got a Jack and Jill bathroom, while the parents got a bathroom as well, but there is a hallway to that bathroom, so they have to go through the hallway to get to it. So technically it's not necessarily only theirs, but it is there as well, so it's just not like directly connected to their bedroom, but it is just meant for them anyways. And as per usual, I cut out most of the bathrooms as well, just because they kind of look the same. When I do my builds, I usually use the same items in all my bathrooms. Usually there are exceptions, but usually I use the same items, so I just cut them out. I hope that's okay. I don't ever get any complaints about it, to be honest. But in case, you know, I hope it's okay with you guys. For the backyard, I copy pasted the flowers and bushes and all that other stuff from the front yard to the backyard. And I'm actually doing a lot more landscaping in the back than I do at the front. So just be aware of that because I went a little bit crazy. Hopefully it's okay. And we're also using the pirate ship for the kid. We're putting in a pool for everyone. And also there's a sitting area or a seating dining area. There's a little like a hangout area under that get together glass thing that I've used before as well, because I just really like doing that these days, like adding that down. It's like a cozy little area. I really like it, so I continuously do it. I also put in a swing over in one of the corners, and other than that, so usually I always put down a sort of like a dining area in my backyards, but this time around there's this little roofed area that you can see right now, which is sort of like a middle room between the sort of like a hallway kind of, but no, I don't know what it's called. It's open but closed. I don't know what it's called. But there is a dining area in there, so if you want your Sims to sit outside and eat together or something, you know, they can sit under that roof where I use the window things from Cats and Dogs. So right here on the right side right now, there is a dining table right there. There's no toddler chairs though, but there is 5 grown-up chairs. Grown-up chairs. Good English here. Anyways, you guys know what I mean, so, or hopefully you do. But other than that, just doing a lot of landscaping out here, shaping everything, making sure that there's some life and a lot of plants because I love plants in my builds. So of course I went a little bit crazy. Hopefully it is okay with you guys. So we're getting to the end of the video. I just want to say that if you guys play Pokemon Go, I know this is like super random, we're in a speed build right now, but if you guys play Pokemon Go and you want to add me, or you want me to add you rather, write your ID down in the comment section down below and I'll add you, because I've actually started playing it quite a lot. I don't go outside a lot, like Pokestops and stuff. There are no Pokestops in this area, by the way, like it's a tragedy. So I have to go to the city or the town center or something to actually find Pokestops. So I don't go, you know, places often, but next week I will be going different places again because my mom is coming here and we're gonna explore Glasgow. So anyways, my point was, if you do have Pokemon Go and you want me to add you, write your ID in the comment section down below, because I would so be up for being friends with you guys on Pokemon Go. So just thought I'd throw that out there before the video is completely over. But anyways guys, we are getting to the end of this video now, so I'm gonna wrap up this voiceover. I hope you like this build. You can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, if you got any suggestions for anything you want to see here on the channel, do let me know in the comment section down below, whether it is cast videos or challenges or builds or apartment builds especially, by the way. Do let me know in the comment section down below. I am all up for suggestions, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Remember to like, subscribe, and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye bye!